Welcome back to the Making a Song video series. If you remember, we already wrote the lyrics to our song about a bologna sandwich, and today we're going to work on the music. Okay, I've made the music track for our song. Do you want to see it? Well, do you want to hear it? Yeah, the music track consists of three main parts: the percussion, the guitar, and the bass guitar. Let's start by thinking about the percussion, or the drums. Yeah, these are instruments that are hit, like a drum or a cymbal. And for this song, I used a drum set, like this. The percussion is the rhythm which keeps the song moving at the same tempo. Tempo is a music term that describes how fast a song is played. Now, let's listen to the percussion section of our song. This is a guitar, an acoustic guitar. And that just means it's not an electric guitar. You don't plug it in. Now, you'll hear guitars in lots of songs, including the one that we're making now. So let's think about what this guitar will help us do. A guitar can carry the melody, and the melody is the tune or sequence of notes. The guitar also handles the high end of a song. That means the higher pitched music. Yeah. And when someone plays a guitar, a lot of times they play something called chords. Not single notes. You could play single notes playing one string at a time, but a lot of times you'll hear chords. That's when a guitar player plays some or all of the strings at once. We play all the strings, it rings out, and you hear a nice chord. And we did use chords for this song about bologna that we're making now. Are you ready to hear the guitar section of our song? Ready? Now, if the acoustic guitar carried the high end, we need something to carry the low end of our music. And that's where our bass guitar comes in. This is a bass guitar, and this is an electric bass guitar. So you do plug this one in. It uses electricity. And if you'll notice, the strings are quite a bit thicker than the strings on our acoustic guitar. A thicker string helps us play a lower pitched note. Because remember, the bass guitar carries the low end of the music. So the low pitched part of the music, well, comes from the bass guitar. Yeah. And you usually don't play chords on a bass guitar. You could, but usually you play one note at a time when you're playing the bass guitar. And that's how I did it in our song. Now, let's take a listen to just our bass guitar part in our song. There are, of course, lots of other instruments you might hear in a song, such as the keyboard, or other percussion instruments, or even a kazoo. But for today, and for this song, we're just sticking with our three main parts: the percussion part, the acoustic guitar part, and the bass guitar part. Let's listen as we add them together one by one, creating our full song. First, we'll start with our percussion, or our drums. Creates the rhythm and the tempo. Then we can add our acoustic guitar, which handles the high end. Oh, and then of course, our bass guitar, which covers the low end of the music track. Now it's starting to sound pretty good. Yeah. Now, remember our song lyrics that we wrote about our bologna sandwich? Here's our lyrics. So we have our lyrics, or our words, and we have our song track. So all that's left to do is to put them together to to sing our lyrics along with our song, and that will create our final song. And that will be how we wrap things up in our next video.
Hey!